Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that is both daunting and incredibly important. Why do most startups fail? Now, I know that sounds like a downer, but stick with me. Understanding the pitfalls is the absolute best way to avoid them. It's not about scaring you away from your dreams. It's about equipping you with the knowledge to build something that lasts. So if you're an aspiring entrepreneur or just curious about the world of startups, this video is for you. Let's start with the most common reason, the one that accounts for a huge percentage of failures: no market need. It's a classic story. A founder falls in love with their own brilliant idea. They spend months, maybe even years, building the perfect product, only to launch it to the sound of crickets. They built something nobody actually wanted to buy. It's a painful lesson. The passion was there, the work ethic was there, but they skipped the most crucial step: validation. Before you write a single line of code or design a single prototype, you have to get out there and talk to potential customers. Are you solving a real problem for them? Is it a hair on fire problem they are desperate to fix, or just a minor inconvenience? The difference is everything. Don't build a solution looking for a problem. Find the problem first, and your path becomes infinitely clearer. The second biggest killer of startups is running out of cash. This one seems obvious, right? If the money's gone, the business is gone. But it's more nuanced than just having an empty bank account. It's about cash flow management, or the lack thereof. Many founders are amazing at building products, but not so great at financial planning. They underestimate their expenses, overestimate their revenues, and don't raise enough capital to give themselves a long enough runway. It's what's known as a premature scaling trap. They hire too fast, spend too much on marketing, or rent a fancy office before they have a proven, repeatable business model. Remember, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is king. You need to be obsessed with your burn rate, the amount of money you're spending each month. Know how many months of runway you have left at all times, and have a solid plan for how you will either become profitable or secure the next round of funding before that runway runs out. Alright, let's talk about the third major reason: not having the right team. You can have a world-changing idea and a vault full of cash, but if you have the wrong people on the bus, you're going to crash. This isn't just about skills. Of course, you need a talented engineer, a savvy marketer, and a great salesperson, but it's so much more than that. It's about shared vision, complementary personalities, and resilience. Startup life is a roller coaster. There will be high highs and terrifyingly low lows. Your team needs to be able to weather those storms together. Infighting between co-founders is poison to a young company. Hiring someone who is brilliant but has a toxic attitude can destroy morale. A team that lacks a specific, crucial skill set can stall progress indefinitely. When you're building a team, don't just look at resumes. Look for passion, a willingness to learn, and people who you genuinely trust to have your back when things get tough. Because trust me, they will get tough. Next up, a silent but deadly assassin: getting outcompeted. You might think your idea is completely unique, but the reality is it's probably not. And even if it is, the moment you show any sign of success, competitors will pop up everywhere. They might be bigger, better funded, or faster than you. Getting outcompeted can happen in a few ways. Sometimes, a competitor just builds a better product. It's more user-friendly, has more features, or is simply more elegant. Other times, they beat you on price, creating a race to the bottom that a small startup can't win. And very often, they simply outmarket you. They capture the narrative, build a stronger brand, and reach customers more effectively. The key to survival here is to not be oblivious. You have to be constantly aware of the competitive landscape. What are your competitors doing? How are customers reacting? More importantly, what is your unique value proposition? What makes you different and better? You can't be the best at everything, so you need to focus on a niche where you can dominate and build a loyal following. Don't just ignore the competition, learn from them, and then carve out your own space. Let's move on to pricing and business model issues. This is where the rubber meets the road. You can have a great product that people want, but if your business model is flawed, you won't survive. A common mistake is pricing the product too low. Founders, especially first-timers, often lack confidence and think a low price will attract more users, but this can devalue your product and make it impossible to build a sustainable business. Your price needs to cover your costs, your marketing, your payroll, and leave room for profit. On the flip side, pricing too high without delivering enough value will also scare customers away. Another part of this is the cost to acquire a customer, or CAC. If it costs you $50 in marketing to get a new customer, but that customer only ever pays you $30, you have a leaky bucket. You're losing money on every single sale. You need to have a business model where the lifetime value of a customer is significantly higher than the cost to acquire them. This requires constant testing and optimization of your pricing, your sales channels, and your marketing strategies. Now, let's talk about a big one, a poor product. This ties back to our first point about market need, but it's slightly different. You might have identified a real problem, but your solution just isn't good enough. It could be buggy and unreliable, crashing all the time. It might have a terrible user interface that's confusing and frustrating to navigate. Or maybe it just lacks the key features that users actually need to solve their problem effectively. In a world with endless options, users have very little patience for a bad product experience. They'll just leave and find a better alternative. This is why the concept of a minimum viable product, or MVP, is so important. The goal isn't to launch with a perfect, feature-packed product. The goal is to launch with a simple version that solves the core problem really, really well. Then, you listen to user feedback. What do they love? What do they hate? What are they asking for? And you iterate, improve, and build upon that solid foundation. A product is never truly finished. It's a living thing that evolves with its users. The seventh reason is something we can call timing. Sometimes you can have the right idea, the right team, and a great product, but you're just too early or too late to the market. Being too early means the world isn't ready for your solution. The necessary technology might not exist yet, or customers might not understand the problem you're trying to solve. Think of all the virtual reality companies from the 90s. The idea was there, but the tech just couldn't deliver. They burned through their cash and died. Being too late is just as dangerous. By the time you launch, the market might already be saturated. A few dominant players have captured all the market share, and it's nearly impossible for a newcomer to break in. Getting the timing right is part art and part science. It requires a deep understanding of technology trends, cultural shifts, and market dynamics. It's one of the hardest things to get right, and sometimes it just comes down to luck. Finally, let's talk about the founder. And this can be a tough one to hear, but often the failure of a startup comes down to founder burnout or a loss of passion. The journey of building a company from scratch is a grueling marathon, not a sprint. It demands everything you have, your time, your energy, your focus. It's incredibly stressful and can take a huge toll on your mental and physical health. Many founders simply burn out. They lose the energy and drive required to push through the endless challenges. Others lose passion for the problem they're solving. What once felt like a world-changing mission now feels like a daily grind. When the founder's heart isn't in it anymore, the company's fate is sealed. That's why it's so critical to take care of yourself. Prioritize your mental health, build a support system, and make sure you are deeply, truly passionate about what you're building, because that passion will be the fuel that gets you through the darkest days. So, there you have it. A rundown of the top reasons why most startups fail. No market need, running out of cash, the wrong team, getting out-competed, flawed business models, a poor product, bad timing, and founder burnout. It's a minefield out there. But like I said at the beginning, this isn't meant to discourage you. Every single one of these pitfalls is avoidable with the right planning, awareness, and execution. By understanding these failure points, you are already miles ahead of the game. You know what to look out for. You can build a checklist to make sure you're not making the same mistakes. Use this knowledge as your armor. Go out there, validate your ideas, build an amazing team, manage your cash flow wisely, and never lose that spark. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. Let me know in the comments which of these points you think is the most challenging. See you in the next one.